Hello everyone, welcome back. The last time we have played several games with the Dimir Saruman deck, where the strategy is all about MS, and we also have made some couple of changes in this deck, because now we're playing in Historic, and Historic is so much tougher than Alchemy. But the great thing is, now since we are in Historic, we can also make some changes and adjust our deck, try new strategies, and then we can see also where is the weak point, and I mean, we can also test out different cards. You know what I love about this game? Even when we have like common and uncommons, those uncommons and commons can be really essential for this deck, because then the synergy between the cards are so great, and especially in this deck I have included two uncommons. Commons, yeah. This is the symbol of the common. So those are the two cards, Westfold Rider and the Errand-Rider of Gondor, and it's so great because thematically those two cards fit so great. We have the Errand-Rider of Gondor, a soldier of Gondor, as the name says. Human soldier, when this creature enters, draw a card, then if you don't control a legendary creature, put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. And the synergy between this and Prince Imrahil the Fair is so great, because then we have already a creature with 2 mana on the battlefield, and whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. And that's the strategy of this game. We will produce tons of tokens, and then we can also enhance it with flowering of the white tree, and then yeah, this will be a huge army. And then we can also cast Faramir, Prince of Imrahil. This is also the second greatest card in this deck. The first one is of course Imrahil. It's all about whenever you draw your second card. And of course with Faramir we will get the emblem at the beginning of that player's next end step. You draw a card if they didn't attack you that turn. Otherwise create free 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. And this is sick. I mean, either we will just draw one card or we will get free tokens. I mean, this is so great. And the other one is a Westfold Rider. So this is like the support of the of Rohan, and this is a human knight. It's a free 1 creature for just 2 mana, and this card gives us so much flexibility in this deck, because we can sacrifice this creature and then destroy target artifact or enchantment, activate only as a sorcery. So this means we can use it instantly when we put this creature on the battlefield. We can also sacrifice it, because here it says sacrifice. We can always do this first. Even when the opponent has a removal spell, we can just use it first and then destroy the target enchantment or artifact. Such a great card, because nowadays, I mean, when we are playing in Historic, there are so many decks with artifacts, right? Also with enchantments, where you can exile opponent's creature or even permanent cards. So this card, the Westfold Rider, it's just a common, and it's so great. Sacrifice this creature, target, yeah, destroy target artifact or enchantment. And I also added, I mean, both I added like 3 copies of Westfold Rider, and then I added also Errand-Rider of Gondor 3 copies, because then you can see we have even Pippin for 2 mana, also a legendary creature. Imrahil is a legendary creature. What else we can... Yeah, those are creatures for 2 mana, and then also we have Faramir, this version of it, Faramir Field Commander. So whenever, if a creature died under your control this turn, draw a card. And then we have, of course, Faramir's brother, Boromir, is also a legendary creature, and then we can also sacrifice Boromir. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. And also Pippin is a great card, because it has Vigilance and Ward 1. When we tap it, target creature you control gains protection from the card type of your choice until end of turn. So, I mean, we can always protect Prince Imrahil if they target this creature. And then also I added 1 copy of Minas Tirith Garrison, because now it feels like a real Gondor deck. I mean, we have also the Minas Tirith Garrison. Look at this card, the artwork looks looks beautiful. 4 mana, it's a human soldier. Minas Tirith Garrison's power is equal to the number of cards in your hand. Whenever this creature attacks, you may tap any number of untapped humans you control. Draw a card for each human tapped this way. Also a great card, because the synergy here is the same. We can tap, actually tap opponent's creature. No, we can tap our creatures. Then we will draw a card, and then it will trigger us, of course, Prince Imrahil's ability, and then also the power is equal to the number of cards that we have in our hand. Yeah, what else? I mean, I think I just took out 1 copy of Stern Scolding, 1 copy of Birthday Escape. I also took out 1 copy of Council's Deliberation, 1 copy of Glorious Gale, and 1 copy of Hiflane Knots. Yeah, because it was too heavy on the instant and sorcery spells, we had just 2 less creatures, and now it feels more balanced, and it's great to play with this deck. And then also those 2 additions, I mean, 2 commons, I mean, it's a great addition to this deck. And I think those are the changes that I made. Then we of course have Dawn of a New Age, so we can also draw cards, and then if this enchantment has no hope, counters on it, sacrifice it, and you gain 4 life. And it's so easy with Imrahil. We will also have a couple of tokens, so we can have a lot of counters on this enchantment card. Reprieve gives us more time. We can return target spell to its owner's hand, draw a card. Also, here it says draw a card. Flowering of the White Tree, that's the only thing that I'm thinking of, maybe to add a 2nd copy. I think I have in the sideboard. No, okay, I have to add it 1 more copy, but let's take a closer look. Here we have another Stern Scolding, also counter target creature spell with power or toughness 2 or less. I mean, it's great instant counter spell, because it says either it has power or toughness 2 or less. So there are so many creatures with power 4 or even 3, but the toughness is 2 or less. So then we can also counter that spell. Then we have Dawn of a New Age. Yeah, okay, of this card I have another copy. Maybe I should replace it, because we already have 2 copies of that in our deck. And in the sideboard we should add 1 Flowering of the White Tree. Yeah, the problem is, I mean, we cannot put 2 copies of that on the battlefield, but in this case it matters if we will draw it in the game. Then we have also another Westfold Rider. Then we have Knights of Dol Amroth. Whenever you draw your 2nd card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Yeah, it's also a great card, but since it costs 4 mana, that's why I didn't include it in our deck. Yeah, but I mean, also when we draw our 2nd card, maybe it would be better if this creature also would have trample, then it would be more menacing. Rangers of Ithilien, Vigilance, Human Rangers, also a rare card. When this creature enters, gain control of up to 1 target creature with lesser power for as long as you control this creature. Then the ring tempts you. It sounds good, but in the end I think the output is not that great, because here it says with lesser power for as long as you control this creature. I mean, then we can just, yeah, I mean, if it would say like power for us with lesser power for as long as you I mean, the power of this creature is just 3, so yeah, that's why it's in the sideboard. And then the last card is Stalwarts of Osgiliath. When this creature enters, the ring tempts you. Whenever you draw your 2nd card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Here we have the same problem, because it's just 2 mana expensive. If it would be maybe 3 mana, it would be a great card, because we can just put counters on it. It doesn't have trample and it doesn't do anything else. So those are the changes, and yeah, I think that's it. That's the core of this deck. Stern Scolding, of course, 3 copies. Then we have another 3 copies of Council's Glorious Gale, where we counter target creature spell. And basically, yeah, we don't. This, of course, is an Azorius deck. We don't have removal spells, only counter spells. So also, it's pivotal to create a lot of creature tokens with Imrahil, so we can also have a huge army of those tokens and then attack with all the power of these creatures. And then, yeah, also Errand-Rider of Gondor. This is a great card for 3 mana because it's already a creature with power 3. Toughness, okay, it's 2, but when this creature enters, it will trigger two things, right? No, okay, actually just 1, because we'll draw a card and then, yeah, okay, we'll draw a card and we'll produce 1 token. So yeah, that's a great card. And we have in total, I think I reduced the amount of lands. Now we have 22, because I mean we have so many cheap spells that allows us to draw cards like Reprieve. We can draw a card. We have Birthday Escape, we can also draw a card. That's why I think we just need 22 lands, because then we will also have draw lands and then put it on the battlefield. Minas Tirith is a great also legendary land, because if we run out of cards, we can draw a card, activate it only if you attacked with 2 or more creatures, and this will never be a problem in this deck because of the yeah, sheer amount of the tokens here. So those are the changes, and I would say let's play some games. So here we go, we are playing against John Heim and we start the game. That's an awesome card hand that we have here. We have 2 copies of Prince Imrahil the Fair. Also we have Glorious Gale, so we can counter a creature spell, and Council's Deliberation, so we can draw a card, and then Prince Imrahil will create some tokens. So we are playing against the Dimir deck, and Knight of Dusk's Shadow has Menace. Yeah, that's why I cut off 2 lands in this deck. So in total we should have 22 lands. And yeah, we're drawing so many lands, so many cards, that I think 22 is the perfect amount. Also, the mana curve is not that high in the stack. So we have also Flowering of the White Tree, enhances all our creatures, not only the legendary creatures. Spectral Binding, Binding Geist. So here we have Dawn of a New Age. That synergy between this card and Prince Imrahil is just outstanding, because it's so easy to create tokens, and then when we put this enchantment on the battlefield, then at least we will have 2 counters on it for each creature on the battlefield that we control. And yeah, and then just, you can see, we will draw card thanks to Dawn of a New Age, and it will trigger Prince Imrahil the Fair. Mischievous Catgeist. Okay, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And it's one of those Innistrad cards, so you can also cast it, pay the Disturb cost, cast it from the graveyard, and attach this enchantment, this Aura enchantment to one of your creatures. So I think it's a... okay, yeah, they have a second copy, but even though, I mean, we have to prevent our opponent to attack us, so they will not draw any cards. And the Catgeist can be very annoying. So let's attack with those 2 creature tokens, and then let's see. We have also Hiflane Knots, so we can tap our opponent's creature, and then we will also draw a card. Yeah, I think I also used this Catgeist in one of my Innistrad decks. It should be like the Spirit Azorius Catgeist, yeah, deck, block deck. Binding Geist, Knight of the Dusk's Shadow. Okay, they are enchanting our creature and it will be tapped. Tap enchant creature. Yeah, I mean, as long as Imrahil will stay on the battlefield, it doesn't matter. So we don't need actually to attack or to do anything. We just need his ability. Yeah, we will just attack, no damage. Stern Scolding, great card. Also, if the opponent has some creatures where they can also draw cards, so we can also counter another Catgeist. So let's attack with those, put some pressure on the opponent, and yeah, we can also draw a card, so let's do that. And then, thanks to Flowering of the White Tree, we'll also gain life points. And the good thing is as long as they don't have flying creatures and they cannot deal damage directly to us, it's all fine. So we'll counter that spell. Also, this card has Disturb, so they can also pay 5 mana and attach to one of those creatures they have. And Plains, Island, Cat-like Curiosity, so yeah, now it's a 3/3 creature of menace, and then if they will attack, also Binding Geist, target creature gets -2/-0, so actually we can block this one and get rid of that, so they will draw a card, but that's fine. I mean, actually we have yeah, much more cards on the battlefield. Also we have still 4 cards in our hand. So let's attack with those. Oh yeah, actually I could leave the 0/2 creature. So let's activate Minas Tirith again. Yes, you see, even though we have only 22 lands in the deck, we still have a problem because we are drawing too many lands. Grafted Identity. Okay, so this creature... that's... Okay, they will take control of this creature. I mean, wasn't it better to take control of Prince Imrahil? Shambling Guest. Spectral Binding, -2/-0. That's fine. And then we can tap the knight here. Oh, perfect. We have the Errand-Rider of Gondor, so also we have one legendary creature, Prince Imrahil, on the battlefield, so we can also draw a card. And let's put the Errand-Rider of Gondor. That's one of the new cards that I added to this deck, and you can see this works perfectly fine. I mean, we have a lot of legendary creatures, and then we will draw a card and create a soldier token. So Errand-Rider of Gondor together with Prince Imrahil, that's a great combination. Deals, they can distribute a -1/-1 counter, so they will do it, of course, on this creature with toughness 1. So yeah, GG. I think the good thing is that we just prevented the opponent to cast more Catgeists. Yeah, some spirits. Okay, that's all actually. Also here we have Cat-like Curiosity. Whenever this card deals damage, they can draw a card. So yeah, I mean, we had so many creatures and tokens on the battlefield. Oh, cool. I mean, I will just adjust the audio. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, we have Prince Imrahil together with Faramir, Prince of Ithilien, and also Westfold Rider, one of the new cards they have added to this deck. And yeah, let's see. I mean, we can manage it to get to Platin, and now we are in Gold rank. But with this deck, I think we could, even in Historic, we can manage to get in Platin. So let's put Prince Imrahil the Fair on the battlefield. I like the name of this guy. And then we will also... Oh, Blight Belly Rat. So, looks like a rat deck. Yeah, it is. Also this enchantment from Kamigawa Saga, they can also... It will turn into a rat. Menace, vehicles you control have menace, yes. A rat rogue. Actually, we can destroy this enchantment saga with Westfold Rider. But let's tap this creature first. Great, we need this card. And then we will create a token. I mean, see, this combination is great. Later we can also put down of a new age on the battlefield. It will receive 2 hope counters. Tangled Colony. Red Colony. Okay, 4/1 for each red they are, their power is getting bigger. So I think we can just use Dawn of a New Age and then create another token with Westfold Rider. Yeah, it's an enchantment creature. That's only a red, and the red with 3/2 is not able to block. So let's destroy this and then we can, yeah, we'll just wait, produce a lot of tokens. You can see they already ran out of cards. Yeah, that's the disadvantage of the red deck. You just have to be very aggressive. So let's kill this creature. It doesn't have even trample. Perfect. Then we can put Faramir on the battlefield and it will create also an emblem for us. Nice. Perfect synergy. You can see with all those cards, Faramir and also Imrahil. Gnawing Vermin. Target player mills 2 cards. Sure. And then Glorious Gale, perfect. Also we can just counter a red creature spell here. Birthday Escape we can also target. Let's see, the ring tempts us, so we'll select Faramir. The only true hero here. And yeah, actually, let's see. We can attack with Faramir. I don't think they will block. Oh, they're going to block with both. Blight Belly Rat. Okay. Doesn't matter. We still have a lot of cards in our hand. And we just want to finish this game as fast as possible. Okay, they can also distribute a -1 counter. So let's see if they have a red spell. Persistent Marshtalker, perfect. Let's cast Glorious Gale, counter that spell. And let's see if they are going to attack. Sure, they do. So we can block with both creatures. Here we have Errand-Rider of Gondor. Nice. Yeah, let's put Westfold Rider also. Both reds are not able to block. Here we have the land, finally. Oh, Threshold. Okay, they can bring it back. But it doesn't have trample, so we will block with this small creature here. And actually we can also use the Rider of Gondor. I mean, unbelievable. We have only 22 lands? I mean, the Shuffler is definitely against us. So let's create, and then we'll attack. Discard the planes. So I think the plan with this deck will be play as long as we will get to Platin. Destroy target creature, sure. Persistent Marshtalker, okay. So let's tap this creature. Planes, unbelievable. Here we have Reprieve. I mean, that's not even possible. But yeah, GG. I mean, it's unbelievable how many lands we have drawn here. So let's see, I mean, yeah. Some very unique red creatures here. Gnawing Vermin. Also Red Colony. Here Blightberry Red. So we are playing against Timicho007. Perfect. We start the game. Oh, excellent. That's what I always want to see at the beginning. Prince Imrahil. Oh, we have also Faramir and Pippin. So, yeah, then turn 2. As usual, Prince Imrahil. And then, yeah, let's start. We have also Reprieve, so we can also draw a card. And yeah, the plan is just to achieve Platin rank here with this deck, because I think it should be possible, definitely. The good thing is that's a deck where we can also draw a lot of cards, where we can have a advantage, and as long as we are drawing so many cards, produce tons of tokens, and maybe can also compete with stronger decks. Pippin, so Pippin just has to survive one more turn, then we can also protect Imrahil. And we still have 1 mana left, so let's see if what they will cast. Stern Scolding, a great counter spell, because actually we could also counter the Fuel Tank Feaster, since its power is just 1. So this card gives this deck so much flexibility. Dragon's Fire, oh no, okay. Unfortunately, they just killed it 1 turn before we could use Pippin's ability. Here we have Plains. I think we'll just go for... Yeah, let's go for Faramir, at least we'll get the emblem. So next turn, if they will kill this creature, we will also draw... at least we'll draw a card. So okay, so it's a dragon deck. This one produces the mana for the huge dragons here. Fearsome Whelp also makes the dragon spells cheaper. Oh, okay, this game will be tricky. It's always hard to compete against dragon decks. So, but at least we have also Stern Scolding. Dawn of a New Age, great. That's the card that we need right now. So let's be very careful here. So first we will cast Dawn of a New Age. Or wait, let me count it first. Yeah, 2 white, then we... Or wait, we will just do it that way. Yeah, because then we can also use Reprieve and Stern Scolding. It depends on what the opponent will cast. I think that's the better way. Because now they can also cast the dragon spell with 5 or 6 mana, thanks to Fuel Tank Feaster. Oh wow, okay. I mean, perfect timing. Good that we have waited, so we can use Glorious Gale, counter that mighty spell. Wow, that was very important. We will select Faramir. Okay, and they cannot do anything. Actually, it's good that they are not attacking us, because we can draw more cards. And probably they also have a spell where they can just wipe out the whole battlefield. I mean, that's usual for a dragon deck. So you have gain time down to 8. Oh, perfect. We have another Reprieve. And hopefully they will cast a huge dragon spell again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Tiamat. Unbelievable. Yeah. Let's use Reprieve. Oh my god, we don't have a counter spell, but at least we have Reprieve and we can just bring this huge card. I mean, how much mana does it cost? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And they can also use it, the ability of Fearsome Whelp, that makes the dragon spells cheaper. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, sometimes it's just better also to wait. We can use Hiflane Knots, tap this creature, Council's Deliberation, we'll put it under the library. Wow, that's what an epic game. Against such a powerful dragon deck. I mean, of course, if they would be able to cast those dragon spells, we would be dead instantly, but I mean, yeah, timing is also very important. Miriam, Sentinel Worm, I mean, flying ward 2/6/6. And then you create a copy of it, of the dragon spell, just imagine, and it's a non-legendary, but you have 2 copies of that, also flying. And then you can search the library for up to 5 dragon cards named Tiamat. Not named, yeah. So, we are playing against Wall Hercules. And yeah, we start the game and that looks good. We have Imrahil, we can use Birthday Escape. Yeah, we'll just take that. Let's put Minas Tirith on the battlefield. Yeah, also there will be a Lego set, because sometimes I also collect Lego sets, especially those from Star Wars. And Lego also released some sets about Lord of the Rings. The first one was, what was it? Rivendell was the first one they have released. Also very beautiful set, but too expensive. I mean, who wants to pay 500 euro for just a Lego set? And the other one was Barad-dûr for 450, and the third one, the latest one, was the Shire for 280. But of course, I mean, all of those sets are very expensive, so yeah. But they look amazing, and they announced for this year they will release a Minas Tirith set. So I'm very curious how this one will look like, because it should be also very big. I think like 8,000 pieces. I think the biggest Lord of the Rings set. So let's attack. Yeah, Heliod Suncrowned, one of my favorite cards in MTG. One of my favorite sets was Pharaohs Beyond Death, and there I created an enchantment deck, and green-white enchantment deck with lifelink, and also Heliod was a very essential part of this deck, because whenever we gain life, you can distribute a +1/+1 counter, and then you can also give one of your creatures lifelink. Ruby Collector, so yeah, they will deal 2 damage. Then we have also Minas Tirith Garrison. Let's put Faramir, so whenever one of our creatures die, we will draw a card. So we will discard maybe 1 copy of Prince Imrahil. We don't need that many, and they are not using any burn spawns yet. Phyrexian Vindicator. Sick. 5/5, and then it's a flying creature. Also a great synergy with Heliod because of the devotion. So they can just put it on the battlefield. I think we'll just attack with those small creatures. With greater power. Actually, no, I mean, they will... Yeah, let's just do that. So we'll draw a card. Let's discard Prince Imrahil. So let's see what they will do. Yeah, they're just blocking the small creatures. So next, down to 9. If damage would be dealt to this creature, prevent the damage. Oh my god, I fear they have some strategy around this Phyrexian Vindicator. Yeah. Okay, that's a very powerful card, Phyrexian Vindicator. I don't know how to get rid of this card, since we only have counter spells, and yeah, we could use Hilfline Knots. And they are also creating treasure tokens. What a sick deck. Phyrexian Vindicator, Heliod, Screaming Nemesis. Yeah, let's block the Ruby Collector and also Screaming Nemesis. Yeah, it will also deal damage anyway. I mean, even if we block with Minas Tirith Garrison, it will deal the damage also that they will receive. It gains lifelink, so let's use Council's Deliberation. So they will deal damage, and also they will distribute a +1/+1 counter. Of course, on the Phyrexian Vindicator. I mean, Phyrexian Vindicator, they should ban this card. I mean, it seems so OP. Mox Ruby. So let's put Flowering of the White Tree. We can also use Hilfline Knots. Unfortunately, we will not do enough damage to kill their opponent here. Hilfline Knots. Yeah, right. Let me see. Yeah, we don't have any other choice. Plains again. So let's create tokens. Yeah, we can take action here. So we'll draw cards. Yeah, let's attack. And then we will I think Boromir or maybe Prince Imrahil. I mean, they don't have any burn spells, so I think Boromir and Faramir, at least with Boromir we can sacrifice him and make all the creatures indestructible. So down to 3. And then we will also tap Phyrexian Vindicator. Oh my god, I hope it Enchantment Aura, all damage that would be dealt to you is dealt damage to this creature. Oh, okay. I mean, we lost this game. Unbelievable, because of this one card. I mean, if you just, yeah, mix it with this creature, it's just sick. And we don't have any removal spells, also we don't have any burn spells. So yeah, or yeah, spells where we can exile the permanent card. So it does matter. I mean, the board looks pretty good. We have a lot of creatures. We have Imrahil on the battlefield, Faramir, Minas Tirith Garrison, and yeah, it's actually not that bad. But yeah, one card can change the game. So, but anyway, I will just skip this episode, because you can see, so you have some other insights of the strategy of this game. And yeah, also we have Minas Tirith Garrison on the battlefield. So at least we can also compete against those powerful decks. And yeah, the only thing that was very unlucky here is the timing. If they wouldn't have this Enchantment Aura, we would win this game. But yeah, anyway, yeah, it's a very, very good deck also, and we can just deal damage to the creature. 14 damage. Nice. GG. Yeah, Pariah, my gosh. Enchant creature, all damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to enchant creature instead. And this creature is just sick. 4/4 flying, and then they can just distribute the damage that they will receive. Huh. Nice, but... So, Plains Blazer 8, we are coming for you. You go first, we have freelance, also we have Pippin, together with Errand-Rider of Gondor, so that's a good combination that we have here. And we can start also... we'll draw a card, we can also use Birthday Escape, let's see. Scry for 1. Pippin, Guard of the Citadel. And Pippin also has Ward 2, so it's hard for a burn deck to kill it at the beginning of this game. But yeah, I think we'll just go for Flowering of the White Tree, and then we can use Birthday Escape. And the Ring tempts Pippin. Pippin would be such an easily tempted victim. So, Soldier, they are playing an Avatar deck. I think this symbol also belongs to this set. I'm not sure why this has a different symbol than the other cards. So, Island, Errand-Rider of Gondor. Let's draw a card. Glorious Gale, great. So, let's deal damage, down to 12. Actually, Pippin is pretty strong together with Flowering of the White Tree. Not only it has Vigilance, it has also Ward 2, it can give protection to other creatures. I mean, for a Pippin creature, it's very good in MTG. Price of Freedom, they can just destroy, yeah, why not? And then we will just select a basic island. Okay, they can also put a counter. Actually, let me see. Yeah, we can give this creature protection from creature and then we'll block. Or maybe they... Oh, okay, they have an instant spell. So it doesn't matter, they could do it anyway. Plains, and then... Let's use Boromir, Warden of the Tower. I mean, Flowering of the White Tree has a big impact on the game, right? I mean, all the legendary creatures, they will just be enhanced by +2/+2, and this is already huge. Also, it gives them additional ward. So Pippin, if you just aim for Pippin, you have to pay 3. And now also for Boromir. Firebending 1, so if this creature attacks, they will receive red mana. Creatures you control get +1/+0. Ward 1. They have to spend it first. So it deals 4 damage to target creature. We can use Pippin now, and then we will give this creature protection from sorcery, right? Yeah, sorcery lesson. Perfect. Pippin protects Boromir. Actually, it's the other way around in the films. When Boromir protects them from the attack of the Uruk-hai. Combustion Technique. Pippin, Guard of the Citadel. Yeah, they have to pay 3 mana. Unfortunately, they miscalculated that. So let's block with Boromir, so that's it actually. Bam, it looks cool, the animation. Yeah, we are struggling in gold tier 4. Let me see, ward 1, 2, okay, it already has 1, here it has, it gives Boromir ward 1. Here we have, all the cards are actually from Avatar, right? Yeah, Avatar cards, so that was a block match. Nice guy, welcome, 3000. Opponent goes first. So actually this is a good way to also showcase the deck, because now we don't have Faramir nor Imrahil nor Pippin. So let's see if we can also succeed without playing those creatures. Wildborn Preserver, yeah, let's use Stern Scolding, counter that spell. Okay, so now we have Faramir, we just need one more land. So I think we'll just go for Council's Deliberation or maybe Reprieve. So we'll just hinder the opponent by casting that spell and slower the opponent down. So here we already have Prince Imrahil, so actually we didn't have to wait that long. Council's Deliberation. Yeah, we are just missing one land. Cultivate. I bet they're playing some big creatures here. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll go for Council's Deliberation. Yeah, great. We have the right mana here. So we have an island. We can also cast Stern Scolding. But I think it could be useless right now, since the opponent has 6 mana. So they will cast big creatures. Yeah, here we have Karok Wrangler. Whenever you cast our copy. Okay. So actually we'll go for Errand-Rider. Draw a card, produce more tokens. And then yeah, we can also block with the Rider of Gondor. But we have so many possibilities here that we can do here. Woodland Mystic. They have a Planeswalker, great. Is it something about elves? Yeah, it is. So all the creatures are also elf creature. Wildwood Tracker, Woodland Mystic. Okay, so now we are just missing the lands, so we are very limited. And we could... what can we do? We will attack with Rider of Gondor, let's see what they will do. They have to sacrifice one of these if they want to protect their Planeswalker. Okay, so one creature is that. It's tricky because I know there's very powerful elves in MTG, so I think we'll just wait and maybe we'll cast Glorious Gale. Oh yeah, other elves, they get +1/+1, so yeah, definitely we'll use for that. I know that creature because one of my friends was also playing an elf deck, and this creature is so powerful. Seek an elf card. Elf Druid, very common elf card. So let's counter that spell. Now they have only 2 mana left. I mean, they can also tap Woodland, yeah, Woodland Mystic. We have to get rid of this Planeswalker. Seek an elf card, yeah, that can be very problematic for us. Hiflane Knots, we can tap one creature, they have 2 left. And then if we are going to attack with all the creatures, yeah. Birthday Escape, yeah. I just tapped Wildwood Tracker because of Imrahil. Since this creature is tempted, it cannot be blocked by creatures with power more than 2. So actually we cannot just attack with Imrahil, we can attack Rider of Gondor, the opponent. So they can only block Rider of Gondor. So Imrahil, his way is free. Perfect, so we just killed the Planeswalker. Gala Greeters. Okay, yeah, GG. I think that was important just to kill the planeswalker, so we stop the opponent from seeking any other elves creatures. So yeah, but a very interesting deck, not the usual elf deck that I'm encountering in Historic. So yeah, GG. Oh yeah, actually I think I will just, this will be the last episode, so I just played plenty games with this deck. I will play more. I really want to succeed also to Platin, so I think I will just keep playing with this deck and hopefully will also reach Platin. Let's see if, yeah. Also it's very fun playing with this deck, since also we have new cards added to this deck since the, yeah, we have added the Gondor Rider, also the Westfold Rider. Those are two great additions to this deck. Also we have the Minas Tirith Garrison. So yeah, if you like this format, I'm just creating decks from one certain set. Please subscribe, leave a like. Likes are helping a lot. And then yeah, I will just I will just also record more games, and then yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.